One. Oh, fuck off! Okay.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. They're turning into a kind of an Abbott and Costello, aren't they?
Comedy double act, isn't it?
That's good. But how can we help Joe become an even bigger loser? He's a Yank, and he's moved to Poland. The one thing, I mean, all Yanks are losers nowadays.
Pretty much. Mm.
They're losing it. Mm-hmm. They can't play any sports. Their economy's gone tits up. The Chinese are sailing past them, you know, at a speed of knots in terms of economic and military influence on the world. America are going to become a sort of little outcrop of eccentric rednecks, pitied by the rest of the world, quite frankly, in a matter of weeks, never mind about years. And Joe, the only thing that Americans have got going for them is it is a beautiful country. You know, there's nowhere quite like Montana or the Grand Canyons or the Niagara Falls, you know. And they've got all of that and more in the United States.
Everything
so Joe, he's a loser because he's a Yank, but to move to fucking Poland, it's totally inexplicable, isn't it?
It was some kind of acid trip, I'm sure, isn't it?
But then, if you've called for a plumber lately or bought a lettuce, you'll know that he's probably the only man in Poland.
Do you know, he told me something actually the other week. When you go to Tesco's in Poland, right?
Yeah.
You know on the back of the receipts they have adverts for things, right?
Yeah.
In Poland, the adverts on the back are for Tesco's workers wanted in Britain.
Really?
Yep. And they advertise, they will pay you to go and work in Britain. Or I think it's if you can get yourself to Britain, you're guaranteed a job at Tesco's. But they advertise in the back of the till receipts in Poland to be in England to work in Tesco's England.
See, that should be not allowed, if you ask me.
Well, we can't stop them.
No.
Fucking should.
Fucking should. Fucking should stop Tesco's doing a lot of things. All the supermarkets do a lot of things. Let's take another.
This is true.
Who's this? Joe, hey.
This is Joe. I'm online. Make me a big... Okay. Here's your chance to rehabilitate me. I know I'm the biggest loser right now. I'll accept that. I'm in a fucked up situation. But I'll tell you this. I won't do like the rest of the fucking Poles, and I'm not going to come to your country and become a Mexican. Okay, at least Mexicans come to America and they want to become Americans. Those fucking Poles come over and they just want to rip you guys.
You look like a Mexican.
Or offer 10-pound Hummers in the back room of the warehouse.
You look like Eli Wallach, my friend.
I don't know who that is. You have to enlighten me.
We don't need no stinking badges.
We don't need no stinking badges. We don't need no stinking
badges. We don't need no stinking badges. I think it was the treasure of the Sierra Madre.
I'm on the fucking cam. Look at my... I got no shirt on. Thanks, honey, for putting my camera up and letting everyone see me right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can I say great tits?
Hey, I do. I've got bigger tits than most chicks in this country, man.
Yes.
Now, that's not saying much for the chicks in this country now, is it?
Now, what are you going to do to make yourself an even bigger loser? How about starting a country and western combo?
Oh, I could do that. I told you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my green card from Poland.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come over and take advantage of your social benefits just like all the Poles do there.
Okay. How about becoming a high profile rounders denier?
Sure.
You know, you Yanks and your baseball, it's a girls' game over here, and you just deny it. You keep thinking that this twat in West Point invented it in 1916.
Wait a minute. I'm talking every day with a bunch of...
You are a fucking rounders denier.
With a bunch of Brits that kiss the ass of the New York Yankees... And they don't know any better. I mean, you talk about a front runners. Jesus Christ, man.
Of course you guys can play baseball. It's a girls' game. But you still need steroids to do it.
And well, that's true. Yeah,
and
we talk about the
rubber-filled
steroid thing.
bats.
Don't we want to see monsters killing balls? I mean, come on. Don't deny that.
Have you got
how about American football?
Have you got any clean athletes in the whole country?
No, does it matter?
Good point. Well said.
No, help me, convert me, boys. Make me less of a loser. I am your toy.
Okay, we're going to throw it out there, Joe. Thank you for your contribution. Talk to you again a little bit later on, perhaps.
Yeah, and really, congratulations to Alan. I mean, I really, this whole time I thought it was dick in his mouth, but apparently dude's munching on the box, and that's why I can't understand him. The tongue's too busy. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, nice one, Joe.
He had a shiny head, didn't he?
Joe had a shiny head. I didn't figure he looked quite like that. He looks quite frightening. I wouldn't argue with him.
No.
Unless I was drunk.
Probably
Mind
not.
you, I am arguing with him, but
we're many miles apart at the moment.
Hopefully, yeah, 3,000 miles apart.
Do we really want to convert him? I quite like the idea of making him a bigger loser.
Let me just see if this caller is still online. Hello, caller. No. If you want to call the switchboard number is... Switchboard, we haven't got a switchboard, we've got a phone.
It's a phone.
Do you know, this is the most technologically advanced radio station I've ever worked at. But this is the switchboard, okay? Check that out. Right. Even a hospital radio station would be embarrassed. But if you want to call, the number is 01243 55 60 60. I'll do that again, 01243 55 60 60. Ring it now, but if you do, and you just want to goof off on a human zoo thing, then that happens in about 45 minutes' time after 8 o'clock, okay? So we're just taking contributions as rich and yet strange as, for example, Alan and Joe just there, which was great fun. You can Skype us, which is what Joe did, and Alan, and what you need to do there is just download a piece of software from Skype, Google Skype, and download it, and then you can come in studio quality at no cost to yourself from anywhere around the world. Hi, caller, you're on Play Radio's...
Sorry, for the first time tonight, play the jingle.
Play the jingle.
Oh.
For the first time tonight.
For the first time tonight, play the jingle. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not up. Yeah. The pips are good. Okay. Nice.
Sunday night sport roundup with Alan Caddick on playradiouk.com.
Good evening! We start with boxing and avenges Joe Calzaghe outpointing Miguel Kelsa and claimed the undisputed super middleweight crown last night at Carter's Millennium Stadium. Calzaghe, unbeaten in 44 fights, was making the 21st event of his WBO title, started slowly and was hurt on a number of occasions by Denmark's WBA and WBC title holder. But the home favourite took control in the middle round and dug it down to the stretch to secure a unanimous decision in front of an estimated crowd of 50,000 fans. Now football, and in today's only game in the Premiership at Upton Park, West Ham drew with Bolton by a goal each. West Ham's George McCartney put the Hounds ahead with a white foot volley from the left-hand side of the penalty area. However, in the dying seconds of the match, Bolton went level with a goal from Kevin Nolan, who hit it with his right foot from the centre of the penalty area. So the final score there was West Ham 1, Bolton Wanderers 1. Finally, for now, the Rugby Union's EDF Energy Cup, the scores are as follows. Wasps 29, Gloucester 26, Saracens 45, Bristol 15, Ospreys 51, London Irish 16. That's more for now. There's more at 8:30.
That's good, Alan. You there? See, last week we coached him. No, the week before last. We coached Alan, didn't we? We said
Yeah,
you've got to
that's
take
right.
the end of each sentence up rather than let it taper away.
That was very good.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
What it needs now. Anything what it needs now? The sports bulletin from Alan Caddick?
Go on.
Anything? Anybody? I think it needs a little bit of colour.
Colour.
Yeah. I think he needs to call somebody a cunt.
Right. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay.
You know, just give it a little bit of... The Americans are really good at it.
So he could sort of maybe mention that, you know, with the refereeing decision that was in the, say, Arsenal game yesterday, and there was a big controversy about the final goal and all this, that and the other, and he could call whichever manager, he could use the words that the manager probably wanted to use in the media about
He could
the
say
referee.
something along the lines of, the linesman flagged for the goal, the ball was very clearly 2 feet over the line, and Rio Ferdinand complained, what a cunt! I mean, because you're not getting it anywhere else. And the point is, we're doing things that you're not getting anywhere else.
Well, something like Wayne Rooney was yellow carded for dissent. We can't tell exactly what he said to the referee, but if you watch the TV screen, it looks like "fuck off, wanker."
Did he?
I don't know.
I think that's what the guy who was playing for Norwich that got sent off in like the 93rd and a half minute of a 94-minute game this afternoon said. I think you could quite clearly see that his mouth was just went.
Oh, fuck off.
I love it when they zoom in with a player and you can just read their lips. It's great, isn't it?
One of my favourite bits. My son, we were watching Arsenal Man U, and my son